everybody, welcome back to Vlogtober day 2. As you can see, we are rocking and rolling. I just got lash extensions today, so I'm feeling pretty bougie. So I don't know if I should do glasses on or glasses off. I feel like I look naked without my glasses, so I think I'm gonna leave them on. Also, I'm realizing that my hair is too tall for this shot. Anywho, how's it going? Day 2, still going strong. So, next summer, I am officially going back to grad school. I am so pumped. Woo, woo. I got in. I am ready to go. Everything is taken care of except for like the financial stuff, which who needs that? Certainly not me. But anyway, you know, I'm going and I'm gonna figure it out as I go, and that's perfectly fine. I'm pumped. I'm going to school for applied behavior analysis online at Ball State, starting in the summer of 2021. Hopefully by then things will be a little less crazy, but I figured with the way the things are going right now that it was probably smarter just to apply to online schools. And I got in, so I'm going. Ta-da! This was kind of, I think I go back and forth. What am I trying to tell you? This was not my original path. This was not the path that I had intended or planned for myself, but it is the one that I have ended up on, which is cool with me, I guess. My original plan was to go for speech language pathology, which, if you ask my mother, I'm running away from because I keep applying to everything but that. But it's her life, not mine. It's not her life, it's mine. So I'm so happy, but I'm so like, I don't know how to phrase this. This has been like a long process for me because I went thinking that I didn't want to go back to grad school, and after my first job I was like, I certainly do not want to be in healthcare for the rest of my life, but here I am ending up in healthcare for the rest of my life. But I have new goals, and it took me a long time to let go of the old ones that I had set for myself. I am very stubborn when it comes to goals I have set for myself, especially like future stuff. When I went to IU, I had decided that I was going to IU in the 6th grade. And I decided last minute that I was going to be a nursing major, and that didn't really work out because you have to have like a 4.0, and your girl finished her first semester of college with a 2.9, which eventually I bumped back up to like a 3.4. And then right when I was supposed to start applying for grad school, I decided I was going to apply for audiology instead of speech pathology, which that's a 4-year degree and a PhD. Or an AUD, I guess, but it's a doctorate. Gosh, can you imagine me with a doctorate? Like, I don't look like someone who should be a doctor of anything. I don't think that's what that means, but no, it is. It is exactly what that means. I don't look like anybody who should have a doctorate. But that decision like ate me up. Like, it killed me on the inside because I had spent the last 4 years of my life crying about this degree choice that I had made to go for speech language pathology, and then panicked at the last minute and decided against it, which honestly wasn't smart on my behalf because I should have thought about it more. I think looking back, I really didn't think about it. I just dove in head first and then dealt with the emotional repercussions later when I chose my major, because I just felt like I needed to pick something. And then I held on to this dream that I just like randomly formed for myself, which is fine. That's how a lot of things go. But it was something that I just like held on to, and then my mom held on to it, my dad held on to it, and like we had all like had this plan in our heads, but it really stressed me out because it was a competitive program and it's expensive. And so that's what I initially had started for, again, when I started this search. And it just felt wrong. Like, it didn't feel like a dream that fit me anymore. Like, I put it on like a shirt and it just didn't fit right. It was maybe too big or too small, but I would assume too small because if I'm growing, then it shouldn't be too big. I had started this new job working with kids with autism. By the way, I am very tired today because I got switched to a new case this week. So I went from having an active kid and a not so active kid to having an active kid and an even more active kid. So, like, my step count during the week is between 14 to 17,000 steps a day. So that's been really fun. But I just fell in love with the job that I was doing, and I really enjoyed the environment, and I liked the getting to work with kids aspect and getting to see their therapy and their progress, and like enjoy that with them, even if they don't enjoy it. And I was enjoying it and being selfish. The other part is that I really was interested in what my like supervisor BCBA people were doing, and it just seemed like a cool job. Like they understood all this stuff and like what goes into it, and they were able to write treatment plans tailored to each kid so that they could meet their goals and like work through things and learn new skills and not just have static skills, but like know how to do all these things. And there's a neighbor that is about to walk by and just expose me because their dog just ran by. I'm embarrassed. Oh, I need to move it. He's gonna see me. Oh my gosh. I am undercover right now. Hi. Can you please move on with your dog? I guess while you're here, while I'm waiting for him to walk by, look at my eyelash. Oh my gosh, my skin looks so nasty right now. Anyway, where was I? Yes. They were able... I'm embarrassed. No, but I just liked that they were helping these kids, like, get to their goals. And the goals were set specifically for them, even though it was, like, these overarching skills that... Honestly, like I didn't even know went into like socializing and functioning as a person, like around other people and in society and by myself. There was stuff that I just didn't even think about, that I just was like, oh, that's an innate thing. Like when someone is talking to me and they're walking this way, I might turn towards them. With someone with autism, that's not their first inclination. It's just to keep going. It's just stuff like that, and like breaking it all down and seeing how the brain works is super interesting. And I could not feel completely set in applying for speech with knowing that I had this other interest. I just couldn't let it go. And again, my mom would say that that's me running away from speech, because apparently I've never wanted to do it in my life, even though I cried about it for 4 years, mother and father and parents and family and bleh, all you people. I cried about it all the time. And I haven't cried about this once, and that's why it feels like the right thing. Something that I am going to do for the rest of my life should not make me cry. Like I know that when I take on this job, like as hopefully a BCBA, a board certified behavior analyst, I know that I will cry. There are some days that I will cry, and that'll be okay. And I'll handle that hurdle when I get there. But the way that I felt when I was trying to get into this thing that I wasn't really sure about was just like fear. I was so scared all the time that I was not going to cut it, and if I didn't go to grad school, I was just going to be a failure. Well, I would like to say that I'm not a failure. I currently have 350 350 followers on TikTok. Oh my gosh. And 100 subscribers on YouTube. Like, I'm not a failure. I think that this is super fitting for me, and I've always loved other people's kids. My mom and other people have told me that the care that I put into other people's kids when I'm like watching them or like being with them or like trying to help them, the care that I put into them is more than a lot of people have. And I was like, well, I can't let that go to waste if there's not a lot of people like me. Not that I'm like some super like hero, but if I have that energy, why wouldn't I use it? If I can tolerate other people's children, and hopefully my own one day if I decide that I want them. Right now I'm on the fence. I want them, but I don't want them, but I want them. But other people's kids I can give back is the thing. Be like, here you go, I'm done with them now. Anything could happen. I could die tomorrow. I could find a new career goal halfway through grad school. I could find a bunch of different things. There's no set path, but this is the one that feels the most right now. And I am super excited to go to grad school. If you're on the fence about going to grad school, take your time. Don't rush into it like I tried to do, because you're not gonna want to do it. After I finished school, I like hated college. Like I didn't hate college all the way. I didn't hate the school part, to be honest. I just like felt stuck a little bit sometimes because I felt like I wasn't progressing at all, because I was just like going to class and then I would go home and I would go to work a job I didn't care about and pay bills and do things like that. But I had fun, but it just felt like I wasn't doing anything. And I know that's always the mentality of always looking for the next thing, and I'm a big offender of that, because I love to just look ahead and think about how everything's gonna be so much better, even though right now it's not like better. And I'm like, I thought this was gonna be better. I literally did not have it in me to go to school for another minute when I graduated college in 2019. So I decided to take a year off, and 2020 is the only year that school has not touched, and I'm starting to think I need to go back to reverse the coronavirus. So I'm gonna head back and hopefully fix all of this, because I'm a superhero. Remember, don't rush into grad school. It's okay to let go of your older dreams. It's okay that if you're not, like, if someone has an expectation of you and they want you to do something, if you don't do it, it's not their life, it's yours. So just do what you gotta do. Make the decision that feels right after thought. Do not just randomly make decisions that are like life altering. because they might not be able to be reversed. Like, I could easily just not go to grad school. But if it's a big life decision that cannot be reversed, think about it first, but don't run away from it. And don't feel bad if it's not exactly what you planned. So I hope you are having a great day, and I hope Halloween month is off to a good start for you. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye!